Hello viewers, you are watching the Dudashan Kendra Kohima. Welcome to this panel discussion on Swachhata Hi Seva. Since September 15, the Swachhata Hi Seva campaign was launched across all over India under the theme Garbage Free India. Now to understand how it is being implemented in the state of Nagaland, particularly with regard to the state capital Kohima, I am joined by Mr. Nilhuprilye N. Papino, Assistant Chief Inspector of the Kohima Municipal Council, to understand its implementation and the observation of the Swachhata Hi Seva campaign. Thank you for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
Firstly, for the benefit of our viewers, can you tell us, can you shed light on what Swachhata Hi Seva is?
Yes. Swachhata Hi Seva is in Hindi words, but if we translate to English, it is simply cleanliness is duty. So, cleanliness is everybody's responsibility duty.
Okay. Yeah. So, on those lines, how is the state of Nagaland and how is KMC, the Kohima Municipal Council, particularly implementing and observing the campaign?
Yeah, with the ministry's guideline, KMC also launched our Swachhata Hi Seva on 15 September 2023. Also, ISL Indian ISL 2.0. KMC actually is working on this waste segregation since March 2023 to every colony and schools, colleges.
Why is waste segregation an issue, especially we talk in terms of the Kohima municipality?
Yeah. Long time back, we never bothered about our waste, but now people know how to keep their surrounding clean. So for that, we have to segregate our waste. If not, one day our waste will pile up over our head. So we have to do something on that. That's why we propagate people to segregate their waste, so that whatever degradable, like white waste, that can be make it compost and make it to manure, and whatever is recyclable or have some value, those can be resale, and or whatever is absolutely no value, we discard it in our dumping site.
Talking about waste segregation, can you tell us, especially in Kohima, it must be a very huge problem because there are marketplaces in the state capital. It is the state capital dealing with the municipality, the wards. So is waste segregation happening at the source, or how is it like? Is it coming from the homes? Is waste segregation started at the homes, or are we still lagging behind there?
Yeah, we say part of our waste are segregated at source, but still we are very lagging on that. We need to educate people so that people will know how to segregate their waste. Actually, we all know that, but we are lazy or we are reluctant to practice that.
If I'm not mistaken, there must be some initiatives taken up by the Kohima Municipal Council as well. If I remember correctly, there was this distribution of dustbins based on the waste segregation, which was distributed to the wards.
Yeah.
Are this also being followed, or how do you see it in the present context?
Yeah, since 2005, we have under a demo project, our segregation awareness campaign was started, and under that project, we have distributed about 28,000 of 5 liters bin. It is green and blue in color, and that is just for awareness for each household in Kohima town. And again in say 2016, we have distributed about 50 pairs of green and blue bucket again, 12 liters capacity bucket. But we have seen that people are not using that for dustbin. Actually, it has covered handle also, So people used to store rice, water like that, but not for that purpose.
So, in this regard, were the public being sensitized, at the time when you were distributing the dustbins, because you have categorically mentioned that there is blue dustbin and green dustbin. So,
Exactly.
on this note, were the people sensitized ahead of the distribution?
Yes. People know for what those dustbin were given, but I don't know, because the quality is good, that's why people don't want to use it as dustbin, because they know green means for biodegradable, whatever is can be decomposed, and blue is for dry waste. They all know that. If we go to house, even now also we engage Zub India to go in our behalf. We engage them. So right now they are going door to door to every colony.
So, what is this Zip India? Are they Safai Mitras? Are they sanitation workers?
No, they are NGO.
NGOs,
Yeah.
okay. So they deal with sanitation.
Yeah.
And
They deal with sanitation.
is it some kind of partnership with the Kohima Municipal Council, or?
Yeah, for this house to house waste segregation awareness campaign.
Why is it that KMC is tying up with an NGO to segregate waste? Do the KMC not have enough workforce?
No, it's not that. But since Kohima is expanding very large number, we have some 56 colonies and 19 wards. So we cannot, our staff cannot go to door in every colony. We don't have time also. We have some other work also. So we engage them to go in our behalf. Actually, we're paying them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are our sanitation workers, particularly besides the NGO, how are our sanitation workers performing in terms of those associated with the Kohima Municipal Council?
Yeah, we have about 15 square kilometer in Kohima municipal area, and we have about 110 laborers and sweepers. Laborers are attached to dirt garage vehicles, and sweepers, they mostly sweep the roads. Our works is daily. Let's say we have social work every day, not a particular day, but Sunday, New Year, Christmas, we don't have holiday, because if we are holidaying, our town will get dirty. So we work, let's say 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've mentioned 24/7, but because Kohima is a very big city in itself,
Yeah.
like usually the workers, do they begin ahead before shops and business establishment opens, or usually what is the busiest time of the day for our sanitation workers?
Most of us will be dreaming when they are working, because they start the work by 2:30, 3 a.m. in the morning. Because we know nowadays we have plenty of traffic, so if they don't start early, they cannot pick all those trash.
Also, if you can please highlight on, what are some major areas in Kohima city alone that contributes a lot of waste?
Yeah, we have garbage vulnerable points. We have one there in South Point Market, below Hotel Jaffa.
Okay.
And one is supermarket, one is TCP gate, one is just below North PS, and one is in High School Junction.
Okay. That's
Those
a lot
are-
of major points.
Yeah, those are major points. Even in one particular area, almost one truckload coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are these waste collected?
Since it is commercial waste, it were not segregated. So we just collect it and transport it to the dumping site.
Sir, can you tell us a little more on, what is the procedure of collecting waste and dumping and also waste management? Are we following certain procedures?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we have 19 wards in Kohima Municipal Council, under Municipal Council. So we have decentralized the wards, and we have provided 2 vehicles each to each ward. So also we empowered them to form sanitation committee, and we authorized them to collect rupees 100 per kitchen or household.
Okay.
With that, they are managing their sanitation vehicles. They have to employ their driver, labor, and they have to manage their POL or repairing whatever.
So it is safe to say that the people living in Kohima are contributing towards waste collection in this regard.
Yes.
Okay. And if you can please tell us, take us through the process of the waste collection. What happens after the waste is collected from the wards and the colonies? What happens after that?
Yeah. We have one scientific landfill at the area, but unfortunately that was not running now. It is not functional, and we have floated expression of interest to run by private party. So hopefully by this year some private parties will run that scientific landfill. That is, if we run that landfill, our waste should be strictly segregated form, because only segregated waste that scientific land will receive. Right now what we're doing is, whatever we collected, we just transport it to the dumping site below Merima, Zarzu. Yeah. In wards and colonies, ward sanitation committees are taking care of. Since some wards are big and some are small, their timing of collection will be vary. Some will collect twice a week, thrice a week, or once a week. But here in commercial areas, KMC is looking after, and ours is daily. Yeah.
It's unfortunate to know that a smart city like Kohima has no functional waste management as of now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, our smart city will also progress in this regard. Now, as we talk about waste segregation, I also want to know from you, what are problems facing our state and our city, particularly with regard to cleanliness and sanitation?
Yeah. Earlier I said responsibility, cleanliness is everybody's responsibility. We all know we used to keep our homes clean, but when we step outside our home, we never cared about our environment. We ignorant or we don't care, I don't know, but we always hope somebody will come and clean our mess. That is our mentality, and we should change our mentality on that.
Yes, actually it is alarming because once the waste is collected and the landfill, that the dumping site at Merima, which you mentioned, if it is full, there will be no other dumping sites for the city in this regard. I hope that's alarming.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody want to part their land for this dumping site.
Because there should be some problems with regard to the people living around it, I suppose.
Yes.
Could you highlight some?
Dimapur is facing a lot of problem regarding their dumping site. Even here in Kohima, we used to have some complaints because in dumping site, many flies were breeded. So around the villages, they used to complain on that. And also many bad smells used to emit. So the nearby surrounding villages, they used to complain. And also our vehicles, while going down to this dumping site, they litter on the road because they didn't wrap their vehicles properly.
Okay.
So that is another problem. The landowners used to complain because many are cultivating on that side also. So they spoil their water lines also. Because of those, they used to complain.
So, sir, how would you suggest, have ways to improve the efficiency of waste collection and also disposal? If you have, because you are an expert in this field, so what would you recommend that can be done to efficiently collect waste and dispose?
Yeah. Mm, right now we have assumed that in Kohima municipal area we are producing about 93 tons per day of waste, and we think we are collecting almost 90 tons per day. Like I said, our behavioral change should be there. Cleanliness is everybody's responsibility, so it should come from the heart.
You are time and again mentioning that it is the people's responsibility to maintain cleanliness. How can we change people's attitude in this regard?
We should love public roads and public properties, so that we can keep our environment clean, and also we don't need to litter here and there. If we love our roads, public amenities, so that we can keep our environment clean.
Okay, great. So we are, marking the Swachhata Seva campaign, and this is continuing till October 2. Now,
Yeah.
besides waste segregation, are there other initiatives that the KMC undertakes or is undertaking?
Yeah, we have planned to have this
Cleanliness drive, if I'm not
cleanliness
mistaken.
drive
Yes.
in NHK on 30th September,
Okay.
and also 1st October in Heritage with our Honorable Governor.
Okay.
Actually, it is Sunday, so we thought of get rest. But since our Honorable Governor invite us, so we have to join that cleanliness drive again.
Okay.
That
But-
is in Heritage.
Okay.
And also in 2nd October, we are going to have cleanliness drive near LFS school. It is a Unity Park is there, so we're going to have a cleanliness drive on there.
So there is a back-to-back cleanliness drive happening.
Yeah.
So you were mentioning about Sunday being a day of rest, and then which is why I think the cleanliness drive, which the Prime Minister has called for, has been preponed to 30. The one that you are conducting at the NHAK, the Naga Hospital
Yeah.
Authority Kohima.
Yeah.
So NHAK, the waste segregation, the disposal is going to be different from other parts of the city again, because this part, NHAK is a hospital. The waste that are being produced there is different from waste that are being produced at households. Can you shed some light on these differences to our viewers?
Yeah. Even if we do social work there, we won't touch the biomedical waste, because we have provided one biomedical waste vehicle. So that vehicle will collect separately the biomedical waste. Whatever we are going to do is we'll have to clean this general waste. We have invited KCCI and some colony youths. So on that day, a good number will be there. We invited all our MLAs, and hopefully they will join too. Yeah.
Now that you have made a particular mention of the MLAs, I want to know, why the attention on calling MLAs to this cleanliness drive?
Since this is the initiative of our Prime Minister, so since they all drop together, they should come and be part of our program also. It is duty also. If they show up, they encourage people.
So I wanted to know about how many participants are you expecting on the 30th of September in this regard?
Yeah, not less than 80.
80, okay. I hope that will be enough hands to clean up the area.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And the subsequent cleanliness that's following on October 1, can you tell us more on what type of cleanliness are you undertaking that day, and how is it happening? At what scale?
That area is really clean area. It is heritage. So maybe there won't be much. Some leaf will be there, and even that management party, heritage management party, they used to clean the area. They keep the area very clean. So I hope maybe there won't be much to do also.
So for the benefit of our viewers, the heritage that our expert has mentioned is the popular Naga Heritage Village, where the annual Hornbill Festival takes place from December 1 to 10. Now, he has mentioned that there may be there may be little to do there, but I will disagree there, because I keep visiting there from time to time, and there are wastes being produced, which is why on World Environment Day this year, there was also a major cleanliness drive that took place there. So I hope you're gearing up to do it at a bigger scale, because unlike what you mentioned, I am a little disagreeing there, saying there's much to do, and there are a lot of waste being produced there, because it is a hot spot, a place where people go to hang out. It's a recreational place. Would you agree? Since I'm disagreeing with you now.
I think they must have some misunderstanding.
Okay.
What I'm intending is heritage just near Raj Bhavan.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
So, which means the heritage that you're mentioning is not the Naga heritage where
Yeah.
the Hornbill Festival takes place,
Yeah.
but the
Not that
old
one.
DC bungalow here in Kohima town,
Exactly.
which is managed and by some organization.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, since we're talking about the Swachhata Seva campaign now, I wanted to know, before a campaign like this was launched, what are some prominent changes that you witnessed now and then?
Earlier I said, I don't know before or after, but let's say Kohima have changed a lot, even in development also. So is in cleanliness also. People are well aware now. Since 2005, we are not looking back. People used to say, or if there is any dirty things there, they used to call us and tell us. So we used to comply their requests, and with minimum laborers or sweepers we have, we utilize them, and we do everything we can to keep our city clean. We don't have much machineries also. What we have now is one road sweeper, mechanical road sweeper, that comes to our help many a times.
Okay.
Because when we get dry season, we have lots of dust. So with that help, we can minimize some dust also.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. Viewers,
you.
that brings us to the end of the discussion on the Swachhata Seva. As our expert has mentioned, this is a campaign that's taking part across the country, a cleanliness initiative initiated by the Prime Minister of India, a nationwide movement calling for cleanliness. So as part of this campaign, we hope that our citizens would also join us in making our nation a healthier, a cleaner place.